Hello, I'm going backwards, I should have started a bit earlier, shouldn't I? And welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's Friday the 4th of March and I'm just leaving idle in Bradford. Been doing a machine install again, which I don't know what it is with me and my coffee machine installs. There always seems to be some drama going on. I went to Whitby on Wednesday when it snowed a lot. Typically, and then this morning it snowed bucket loads again for coming to this job. So that just seems to be it for me. If I've got a coffee machine to fit somewhere, it's going to snow on me. So yeah, it's been a hectic week again. There's a surprise, hey? And I'm trailing back now home. It's 4:30, so I think I'm pretty much done. This job dragged on. I was here at 9:30 this morning, despite the snow, and should have been relatively straightforward, although it's a big machine. It's got 3 brew group machines, so that's a fair big monstrous bit of machine. Got it all in and up to pressure, and I started to notice there was some water leaking by the right hand front leg, which was a bit of a mystery. And I thought, well, why is this? So I had a look about, and it seemed to be the hydraulic system injector coupling, where the cold water feeds in, and then also the pump water for the brew groups is spread about the system. And one of the fittings there seemed to be hissing a little bit. Oh, that's typical, isn't it? Start loosening it off, because they're all compression fittings to retighten it. And that didn't seem to be helping. And of course it holds back the whole lot of water that the machine has in its boiler. And a 3 group like that, it's got a 15 litre boiler full of water, and it's holding back the mains water. So I had to shut back off the mains water and then wait for the 15 litres in the boiler to drain back out. Yeah, so that took ages, and then I took the fitting off to find it had actually cracked. The threaded bolt of that fitting had just split in 2. When I eventually got it off, it just fell apart. So yeah, it must have been they normally test them in the factory, so I don't know why it didn't get picked up then, but maybe it just didn't. Little groats throwing snowballs at me. So yeah, I don't know why it didn't get picked up in the factory, but it didn't anyway. So of course I had to replace the whole injector unit, which is it's multiple pieces, but it's built together, and wouldn't have that with me, because when would you need to replace them? So I had to head all the way back from Bradford to Halifax, having discovered the problem, and pick up the particular part I needed to come back again, and then fit it, and then refill the machine with water, re-wait for it to all to heat up again before I could start showing them how to use it and make coffee and things. So been a bit of a malarkey over the day, to be honest, and yeah, I'll be glad to just get home, I think, by now. Bit sort of fed up, but such is life. But at least they're happy now, and we've done the training. It's just what I expected to take half a day has taken pretty much the whole day, so not so great there, really. Other things to report. I'm not done a lot of anything this week, to be honest, other than working. It's been hectic. Whitby was a full day of the job again. It's a long haul across the coast. It snowed. There's loads of snow local to me in Bradford, and I got on the motorway past Leeds, and that wasn't too bad. Then I got on the A64 to head past York to then of course go towards Scarborough, and they head off to Pickering and Whitby. But the A64 was horrendous, absolutely horrendous. It was like snowing like anything, and both lanes on the A64 dual carriageway just had two little black lines where people's tyres had been, and then snow. So you couldn't deviate off your little lines, otherwise you were into slush, and then it was all everywhere. So it's a slow trip to Whitby, but the amazing thing, it got to Pickering, and it was lovely, sunny, no problem at all. So yeah, it was just amazing. And then heading back, it had all disappeared by then. I've got to admit, this morning's deluge is now pretty much gone, apart from the odd trails of snow here and there, but other than that, it's fine. So yeah, that was hectic, and there's been loads of other stuff on at work as well, so it's just been yeah, another one of those weeks really where everything happens. So other news, I did actually managed to watch Deadpool, which is a really good film. It is incredibly stupid, and the more serious people would probably look at it and go, that's just a silly film. But it's very funny, and yeah, I mean, spectacular, as you'd expect nowadays. Most things are incredible, spectacular effects and everything else, but yeah, it's really good. It's a really good laugh. So I think it's one of my new favourites, Deadpool. I'm going to rank it alongside Guardians of the Galaxy for great fun films. Yeah, it was well worth watching if you get a chance to watch Deadpool, because it's a really good film, that one. Not had any chance really to play more on Star Wars Battlefront that much. I have managed to find, after pardon me, still got a bit of cold. After we found, well, I found out last week that the February update and managed to ruin Droid Run for me, because you get like a fraction of the points for just playing the game now. I have found that you can go and blast and get a really good amount of credit just for turning up instead, so that was kind of my new favourite. But there's a bit of a problem with Blast, because it's a game basically where you have to kill more of the opposition, and that is it. That is the aim of the game, is to just kill more of the enemy. And obviously, so the only incrementing points in the game are from getting kills, which is a bit of a problem for Numpty here, who can't hit stuff for toffee. So I'm going to be a bit limited by how many points I can get. But it's alright getting, I think, 1,200 compared to the 350 now on Droid Run. But of course the thing with Droid Run is, if I activate droids, then I can get more points from doing those activations. So you can increase the points in game, whereas I'm kind of limited with Blast, although I'll get some points. And if I'm really, really lucky, I might, you know, get a few points for the odd kill here and there, but it's going to be really lucky. It's perhaps better with Droid Run to just concentrate on getting in there and getting the droid activations and getting the extra credit that way. But like I say, I've not really had much chance. I just played a bit of the Blast, which is good, but like I say, it's a bit of a bind for me, because I'm not that great at killing people still. I'm terrible, really. But it, you know, it's not all about running about being fantastic, is it, on top of the leaderboard? Sometimes it's just about being playing the game and having a bit of fun. Oh, well, what's everyone doing here? The taxis, what's he doing? It was just going to go, but everyone else went instead, and right. All fun of the games. So yeah, not done much on Star Wars Battlefront really. iOS beta news, because I did get on to obviously version 3 9.3, and it still seems to be going alright, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it's not. Nip over there. Not found too many bugs. There's a bit of an annoying bug with third-party keyboards because I use Swift keyboard, and I've noticed that when sometimes I'm like going into an email to write an email, and it'll just freeze up for ages, and then it'll just come out of that freeze randomly and be alright again. But it doesn't happen on the stock keyboard, it's only on the Swift keyboard, so the third-party keyboards. So that's some sort of glitch, but obviously it's still beta. We're on beta 5 now, amazingly. That did befuddle me a bit. It shows my not paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing. I hadn't realised I needed to install the developer certificate for iOS 9.3 to my phone. So I'd installed the 9.3 beta for Ipsue, and previously that just, once you're on the beta Ipsues, it automatically gets the next over-the-air update. But that didn't happen, which confused the devil out of me, because I was thinking beta 5's out, but I'm not apparently eligible for it, or it's not saying 9.3 is up to date. And it was because I'd missed out just installing the profile. There's a watch profile, which I had done to get the watch OS, but there's also one for the all people all over, and just trying to make sure no one driving into it. A big wagon who's trying to attack me. Hopefully he's going that way. Yeah, he's going that way. Right, so yeah, so I'd not installed the beta profile just to tell it that it needed to download over the air the 9.3 beta update. So installed both beta 5s for iPhone and watch, and yeah, I mean, like I say, still got that same bug with the keyboards for beta 5 as I had in 4, so that's not really any help. Not really sure what else I've noticed greatly, other than that night shift making everything a bit yellow when it's night time. Mostly everything else is running smoothly. I've not noticed anything hugely better than it was before. Just seems to be doing the same old thing, really. But yeah, like the 9 shift thing, I don't know if that's making a huge amount of difference. I just noticed the screen's a bit more yellow on a night when I'm looking at the phone compared to daytime. Can't say it's made me sleep any better or anything else like that, but there you go. The watch itself is it's just plodding along doing what it normally does, to be honest. It's not made a fantastic amount of difference, I wouldn't say. Not a chance really to make much use of the maps function yet. And yeah, not really doing. Look at watch now. No, it's a reasonable enough battery life still, so that's not an issue. So I don't know. It's all alright. All beta fun. It's obviously we've got the March event coming up. That'll be interesting to see. Exactly what we're getting that, because I don't know if there's anything new going to be actually mentioned in it, or if it's just going to be software or what. I'm not really sure what happens in the March event. Last year they had the watch, didn't they? So I presume 9.3 will be released with the March event, and then I just I'm not sure. I've never really missed up on any rumours. I think I've heard there might be some MacBook refreshes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Help if he indicated. Oh, he's indicating now. It wasn't when he was getting up to the roundabout. So, not really sure what's going to be to look forward to in that. And then don't think anything else of interest has really been happening for me, which is pretty typical, isn't it? What I tend to do is remember all the things I was going to say later on, you know, because typically I'm just it's totally disorganised. I haven't prepared anything, and like I say, I'm even more disorganised now because I've been out all day messing about with coffee machines, having to rebuild chuffing hydraulic systems from scratch that shouldn't be falling to bits on new machines. Thanks, Italians. Yeah, I'm not fully thinking about all the things that I could have tell you about that's happened this week. Well, this one's got some bright white lights on it. Head up here now. Not actually that far from home. It's not very far. I'd set off from home this morning to where I've been for the machine install. I had to check the weather, and I knew it was going to be snowy first thing this morning, and then it turned to rain later. But I thought, let's woozy. I think it was behind from the left. Yeah, it was coming from the left, but I cleared him. It was going to be snowy, so I thought I'd, rather than go to work, put everything in the car, then try and head from work, which is a lot further away. If I put it all in yesterday and set off from home this morning, I'd be halfway there, so half the hard work was done. Plus, of course, with the snow, it would be a struggle in rush hour trying to get to work to get where I was going, whereas because I was setting off from home, I could set off later. So consequently, I didn't leave till just after 9, missed all the busy traffic, although it was a lot quieter because I think a lot of schools, like our local school, was shut. They sent the message at 7 AM that they weren't opening because there was an amount of snow and teachers wouldn't be getting there, I imagine. So it was pretty bad. And so yeah, I had a pretty clear run through. I got there at 20 to 10. I was supposed to be there at 10. I accounted for extra time because I thought with the bad weather and everything it would be slower, but it was a bit easier because there was less traffic. And yeah, we're not actually going to be too far away from home now. I'll probably cut this a little bit short rather than running it all the way to home, because I'm really just waffling on about nothing of interest, and I can't think of anything specifically interesting to tell you. Not a lot of interest happened. Someone just deposited half the snow off the roof on the roundabout. Nice of them. I'm going to go all the way around and back this way. Lovely job light. So yeah, week's been busy at work. Problems with machines. Great. There's always something a problem with. I just seem to attract problems like flies I do. So at least I've not had too many delivery problems. And both sites that I had to deliver these machines to this week didn't require high-vis jackets or anything. So that was nice. Although the Whitby site, because it was at a holiday park, a cafe there, and apparently the holiday park electrician had wanted to check the wiring in, because they're hardwired, these big hefty machines, check my switch hard wiring before it got turned on. But when I'd actually finished wiring it, I'd left the sort of socket open so he could check that I'd wired it correctly or to his suitable standards. It wasn't apparently anywhere to be found, and they said, you know, he knew we were coming at this time and had been fitting it, and it wasn't about. So we just went ahead and shut the switch up and turned it on, and it worked, of course, because I know what I'm doing. And yeah, I don't know if they had any trouble off him after. You shouldn't have turned that on till I came and authorised it. We were a bit late, we did it and did all the setting up, and didn't have to do so much training for them because they're seasoned coffee machine users, just taking over a new place. So it was just setting up. Oh, hello. Milkman's just going off on his own merry way. Don't mind me. So that wasn't so bad. And then today it was a little coffee shop, but a builder's done it with his wife, so he'd done all the fitting out and everything else. So no problems there. Getting everything connected up. The only problems, of course, is with a machine with a broken hydraulic fitting. Amazing. Right, well, here we are, snowy Buttershaw, nearly back home again now. So I'm probably going to cut this now, just before I get to the last bit. So I hope you have a good weekend, and better week than I've had this week next week for yourselves. What are you doing now, milkman? Oh man, you just decided to stop where there's a van? You can't stop by the van, can you? We block the road. What are you even doing about it this time? Is it milkman anyway, is it? Oh, it's Mr. Asda.com, not milkman. Asda.com, there you are. Right, so yeah, we're nearly back. Oh, yeah, the youngest wasn't at school this morning either because of the snow. You can see it's still here now, it's persisting, even though it's turned to rain, and most other places are pretty much gone now. But yeah, I should have done that, mate. He went round the far side of the lump. In fact, I managed to waffle myself out right up until home now. Amazing, isn't it? So yeah, have a good week next week, and hopefully have something a little bit more interesting. He's going to run in the back of me now because this Jeep behind. Slowing down for this slippy stuff. Slippity slip. Slushy slush, but at least it dug me dry for a bit. I may as well hold out just now until I'm parked up, hadn't I? You know. They'll get out for another few minutes. No one watches to the end anyway, the vlogs, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. But please get up the drive. Right, and I'm done. Right, okay. Catch you in next week's vlog.